Brother Gahar Dervish stared up at the plank ceiling and muttered a prayer to Erastil, perhaps his 100th of the night. Sleep would not come. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the images again. Horrid, unimaginable, impossible things that seemed to somehow live inside him now that he'd seen... What? Nothing. He hadn't seen anything. He cast a spell and reached into Pharasma's realm for the first time, meddled in the barrier between life and death, and he was simply overwhelmed by the divine power that had flowed through him for that brief time. A good night's sleep was all he needed, and he'd be as right as rain. But that thing was still there. Every time he closed his eyes, and he knew it wasn't real, it wasn't anything. A cloud, a figment, a churning mass of pulsating flesh, forever undulating and shifting itself, producing limbs and teeth and faces and legs, goat's legs by the hundreds. He knew how that sounded. He knew it was a random assortment of parts. When the 3 black goat mouths dropped open, and the pink and chitinous army with their glowing heads and their clacking claws flew through all the way across the blackest depths beyond anything on their diaphanous wings. That was nothing, too. It was all in his head. They weren't real. They wouldn't go away. Why wouldn't they go away? Brother Dervish climbed out of his bed, imploring old Deadeye to protect him once again, staggered out of his bedroom, careful not to disturb Audrin. No sense in worrying him, not with complete nonsense. He took slow, unsteady steps across the meeting hall and out into the chilly night air. Why was he struggling so with his balance? He must have been more tired than he thought. Still, the wind would carry Erastil's blessing, and he'd feel much better for it. The night sky was bright. The moon was nearly full. Somehow, the light of it seemed to chase the images away, chase them out of his head. It was just as he thought it would be. A few steps into nature, and his god had made everything okay. He didn't have to think of the black goat and its young. Not anymore. This is Pod Against the Machine.
Pod Against the Machine. Against the Machine.
Welcome back to Pod Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play that lets the teenager fly the space moth before she even gets her learner's permit. What was that noise? That was weird.
Uh-oh.
I'm your host, and here's everybody.
Well, now I'm spooked
It was
out.
like, yeah, no, that's
Oh, we're
Sam's
keeping that in.
deaf haunted house. And
Yeah, I'm
haunted
waiting for
cabin.
like Sam to be like sucked away from the webcam.
No one else
The
heard the
underwreck.
weird noise? There was definitely a weird noise.
Oh, buddy. Oh, no. This is
Oh,
bad
no.
news.
This is super bad.
Oh.
It didn't sound like one of the cats in your ceiling or something.
It sounded like someone joining the Discord chat and leaving at the same time. It was like both
Oh, no.
sounds on top of each other.
Oh no.
Oh, we're about to get unfriended.
no.
Yeah, no, that's the ghost. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, the movie.
The movie, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
the
I need
movie.
I need to take like 10 minutes, guys, to rewrite Cats in the Cradle to Cats in the Ceiling.
Cats in
And
the ceiling.
I just need like a little bit of time.
Well,
Question is, are you going to get Harry Chapin to sing it, or are you going to get who did the cover that was so much better, and I can't think of them now.
Harry Chapin would be pretty hard to get.
Yeah.
He's a hard get.
He's
Just get Brother
these
Dervish.
days.
Yeah.
Um,
Ugly Kid Joe was the band that covered it that did so much better than the original.
Poor Harry Chapin, not even around to defend himself. Well, what happened last time? The dance band on the Titanic played Near My God to Thee. And then the party flew back on the Space Moth to Idenvey and asked Brother Derviach if he could bring Alwyn back from the dead. Brother Derviach complied for a fee, of course, because these things cost literal diamonds. And Alwyn was magically restored to life. After which he felt pretty terrible, because that's kind of just how it goes after you die. But he juiced himself up with a restoration, got part of the way back. And the party took a little bit over a day to, heal up, decompress, fly back to Torch to train, and make some bullets, and, have a little bit of conversations. And now we're back to the Smokewood, more prepared to deal with ghosts, more prepared to deal with robots, more prepared to deal with traps. Are they prepared enough
For robot ghost traps.
And that's the question. All right, so you're standing in the Smokewood outside the choking tower. The front door is still, ruined. No, wait, Brixby picked the lock. The front door just stands open, unlocked. You can even see from here that the other two doors that you opened are closed again.
All right, everyone. Before we go in, I'm gonna cast a spell on myself. I'm actually gonna cast a couple, but I think, and I'd like input on this. We need to prepare and be in the mindset. So, big stuff. I think you should blanch your item. Everyone, let's wear masks. May not help against the ghost, but we don't know. And I think we're wearing them. If so, then all of our dialogue should sound like this for the remainder of the podcast. No, I'm kidding. But literally,
Yeah.
we should not. We have plenty of batteries. We shouldn't ever waste or consider that a waste of resources. The first moment we should flip these on, that we think we need them. Heck, maybe we even what it's a charge an hour, right?
Yeah, you get an hour.
Yeah.
Yo, let's just give ourselves an hour. Let's just we have so many batteries. Let's just go in. Let's give ourselves an hour. That's a long time in Pathfinder. Let's just give ourselves let's just mask up and give ourselves an hour. But basically Brix is just like, let's do all the preparation necessary, right? Let's get, looks at everybody's weapons and kind of looks around, and he's like, and I will do my part. I promise. We'll be careful, as careful as we can.
And also, before we step in, Alwyn will say, I should probably be more careful also, which brings me to this. I did it for the demon fight, but didn't think to do it here. And he will kind of gather everybody together and cast Delay Poison Communal on all of us, just in case. I doubt it would be I know
What's
out
your
of character.
length? Do you want to borrow the rod for that bad boy?
Let's see. So it is 1 hour of level split among everyone.
Oh, yeah, no, we cool.
His caster level right now is considered level 6 because of his negative level, so 6 hours split between the four of us.
Yeah, we're good. At an hour and 40 minutes each. Yeah, that's excellent. Wait, did I do that math wrong? Am I correct? Am I off? No, I'm off. So rough, right? Rough. I'm sorry, people
Close,
that can
yeah.
math. You chose to listen to this podcast. I didn't choose to have you
Close.
listen, and I appreciate you. So
Hour and a half each.
Yeah. That's a lot closer to the actual easy math there. So anyway, this is going to be a fun episode to edit. Yeah, let's just, if we're not crushing in a relative hour, that's in Pathfinder terms, we're kind of messing up. So it's just going to be a whole new day almost at that point. We're going to go and again, this is kind of more like table talk than anything else, but so I just think let's layer our buffs. Let's make sure that everybody's thinking of everything that needs to go on before we go in. And,
And if we do somehow end up spending long enough to need it again, somehow his one level in sorcerer he definitely took last time gave him 5 level 3 oracle spells, so he can cast it again if he has to.
excellent. So yeah, for Brixby, that's going to be right before we go in. That's mage armor, that's shield, and that is also Aramze's focus. And I am going to
make sure mage armor is checked to him for me.
And I'm actually going to extend the Aramze's focus on this one. So that's going to be 18 minutes of that for now. Then we're going to head in, I believe. And at literally every threshold, including the one that we've already been in now. So no matter what room that we go into, I can ask each time, or you can come back to me, but Brixby is going to be rolling a perception check for traps. He is, and this isn't like cheese, this isn't meta, this is, as a lapsed Catholic player, playing a guilt-ridden rat can tell you about guilt. This is purely out of guilt. So, like, there is nothing but methodical sort of approaches to every room that we go into. So I don't know if you just want me to drop a perception at every room, or you can just tell me when, but Brixby is going to be rolling for trap check pretty much at every threshold in every room they're in.
All right. So as you're back in the grand hallway here and coming up to the spot with the 3 doors, which are all closed now, but you've been through the southern one and the northern one. And the sort of shorter one in the middle hasn't been opened yet. If you want to give me a perception check.
Yes.
Asher has revolvers in each hand, just to be clear.
I've got a chainsaw. A salted chainsaw?
Salty saw.
Salty saw. We have to check once. I just want to make sure I'm reading my spell entirely moving forward. But just for Jeff, salty and straw, or salt and saw. How do you like that one? Thanks.
I would just like to say I understood that one too. My college roommate lived in Portland for a while.
Yes. For the rest of you, this is like a super bougie, super kind of irritating, but also good place. I just used to live right near there, and they would have like a Instagram style line around the block, and it was super annoying. Anyway,
Great stuff.
Worth it.
Mm-hmm.
even their vegan stuff is really good. I gotta be real.
That's why it's worth it for me.
Okay, cool. So this doesn't add anything to this for those that are. We've cut all of this out, but trap finding doesn't add anything to his roll. Because he does not, Aramze's focus doesn't add anything to his roll because he doesn't have trap finding. That's something that the spell grants you if you already have it. So this is just going to be flat with his perception check. That is an 18 off the die for a 33. 34 if it's high-tech or mechanical.
With a 33/34, Brixby can tell that eastern hatch with the wheel in the middle of it is rigged where if the wheel is turned, the door is kind of spring-loaded and it will burst open, probably to ill effect.
All right, excellent. Brixby looks back at the group and says, "Everybody get out. This one right here is trapped. Now, the spell that I'm under will allow me a second chance if I fail, but we're this far in. You're going to be taking risks standing behind me, but this is the only time that you can get out, so please, get out. Just for me, for once. This is the last time that I don't get to risk your lives with every chance I take at these doors, so please go."
All right. Every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you.
Your words sting me, Asher. As if you police me to
Oh
the
my
core,
God.
Roxanne.
You don't have to put on the red light.
Which is what I've called you before. Alright, that's a 15 off the die for a 32.
That is sufficient to disassemble this mechanical trap and stop the door from bursting open.
Brigsby does it in a ruinous way. Like, in a way that there is like a delicate art to what he does, and he is not interested in that now. He hates these little mechanisms, and he is just doing anything he can, in any way that he can, to disable them far more without actually setting the trap off. Just in a very, just egregiously gross, normally to his own standards way.
Letting like his inner rat out and just like tearing it to pieces.
Yep, absolutely. As a former rat dad, the type of destruction that only those sweet little creatures can actually do. So yeah, he rips, and then he says, "It's clear. Come back in."
Are you okay?
All good. It was trapped. It's done now. So we have this. Now, I do want to say this isn't the only door. Right, like we know the south, that's the way up. This is the center, but there's that kitchen. We are gonna have to confront that again at one point. And I still think I should do it alone. Just want to put that out there so we can roll it around, but I'm gonna open this door now. And Brixby opens this door.
I missed which room Brix went into because I wasn't the room that I thought it was because this token isn't there.
Door to the east. So
Opening up this door basically reveals a tangle of black and gray pipes that it looks like it was kind of rigged to bust one open when the trap was triggered and like shoot whatever's in the pipes, which I mean you can tell just being near that they're very hot, so it would have been like steam or fire or oil or something shooting over there.
I was gonna say, do these look like the steam pipes that you said we saw like coming out of the roof kind of thing?
Yeah, it looks a lot like the pipes coming out of the roof.
Asher, maybe you and I mean, everyone else can look too, but perhaps we could see if this is vital to the functioning of this place. Roll20's being real nice to me right now, and I'm kind of nervous. I rolled an 18 for a 35 knowledge engineering.
I was so excited about my dirty 30 because I've rolled one dice last episode, one dice this episode, and they've both been 16s on the die. So I've been like, it's pretty great, feeling all pumped. And then I look at the roll 20 and it's like, oh, never mind.
Int is my stat. That is it.
You can both see the pipes disappear into the floor, going off somewhere below the first floor, and they disappear up into the distance to the point where you can't see where they go exactly. And you've seen them from the outside. And you think probably position-wise, this isn't necessarily all of the pipes that run through the building. It's hard to tell exactly how important they are, not knowing what they're coming out of. I mean, you kind of know where they go, and you know stuff comes out of them.
This looks not like I can't tell. We have to look at where they're coming from if it's anything that's important, right? It's probably not all of them. I don't know. What do you think?
Yes, it's hard to tell. I wish they were labeled essential and very important. It's like when you are looking at a home or you move into a new place and you open the circuit breaker box and it's like, oh, none of these are labeled. Excellent.
Yeah, where is your pipe management, man? Like, why are they not grouped in nice little bundles?
They could use different colored Velcro strips to identify a function.
Or even different colored pipes. Honestly, yeah. I prefer that. Yeah.
This whole building isn't up to code, that's for sure.
All right, So, I think, if everyone doesn't mind, I'm gonna make sure that kitchen is clear. Can see if there's anything else in there that's important. I believe there's another door down there as well. And check. But it seems the stairs are right to the south of us, right in the room with the robots. So, if folks don't mind, I'm just gonna... Brixby's gonna quickly check the door to the northwest that we have not yet opened for traps. And that is a 14 off the die for a 29, 30 if it's high-tech or mechanical.
It doesn't appear to be trapped. It's just another of those bulkhead doors.
Right, and then Brixby, standing at the threshold of the kitchen, is going to roll another... Oh, he's going to step inside because it didn't immediately get triggered last time. Maybe that'll be a bad decision. Then he's going to try to take a quick perception for traps in the room. Only rolls a 9 for a 24 or 25. It's high-tech or mechanical.
Well, you've been in this room before, and you've seen the trap, and it looks like it's been reset. Like, somebody came through here and rigged it back up. And, Brixby can tell where at least some of the triggers are.
Alright, and he's going to actually throw another 9 as a disable device for a 26, 27, if it's high-tech or mechanical.
If that is sufficient, I think Brixby probably very carefully goes over to the stove that belched the fire before and disconnects, all these, intricately webbed, trigger wires that were, hooked to things throughout the room. So, it's rigged up so that almost anything you touched in the room could have triggered it. But Brixby is able to disable.
Wow, excellent. Honestly, I have to appreciate the tradecraft. I have to be real from an outside perspective. All clear. Kitchen trap disabled. This door trap free. I feel relatively confident on both. Now beyond relatively. Come on.
So, if they reset the trap that hurt us so bad earlier, I wonder if there's a way to permanently disable it. Because all you did was remove the wires that would set it off, right?
I think the best way to permanently disable it is to remove anything that's resetting it. Not to be overly simplistic.
I didn't know if we could just, unplug the gas line from the stove.
Yeah, have you not heard all of those articles about the induction and blah, 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 blah? I live in a house with gas, so I'm sorry. Anyway, but at the same time, yes, I mean, I'm pretty sure I thoroughly did a job of pulling this apart. You're more than welcome to take a look, but given your history, I'd say there's not a lot of loving with the oven, so I'd stay away from it. I'm so sorry. I diffuse humor with diffuse sadness with wordplay, tension. Anyway, let's check the room.
Mr. A to Z, they say is all about the wordplay.
All right, let's check the room here. So maybe let's do a little perceptive around the kitchen.
Well, searching through the kitchen, you find an odd-shaped tub, which appears to be a trash disposal. There's garbage just stuffed down into it, and looks like it kind of can be piped into the wall, probably to get incinerated by whatever hot stuff is going through those pipes. But there's also a sink that's caked with mold. The mold looks relatively harmless. It looks like this was just a kitchen, a long-neglected kitchen.
Murder kitchen.
Makes it so much worse that there was nothing in here. Basically, uncharacteristically, flips a table, knowing that it's not going to set anything off at this point. It's just the very aged table flip emoji that people from the internet are familiar with. Angry table flip. So this door over here is also not trapped, but given the way that it is kind of bulkheady, there's a good chance that it's another, for lack of a better term, maintenance hatch. It's set. Let's open it up. Let's take a look. Brixby's gonna open that door.
All right.
I was wrong.
Opening the door into this room reveals dust-covered shelves crammed with all manner of books and scrolls that line the outer walls of it appears to be a curving library. A large desk, its top cluttered with scrolls and papers, sits at the western end of the room. There's a metal door that you just came through with on the south side, and then a second metal door on the north side, which is directly across from you. And yeah, that's the extent of the room.
Brixby's gonna take a 5-foot step in the room and then check for traps. An 11 off the die for a 26. 27. No.
No apparent traps in here.
Oh, it looks clear. And he's gonna disc forward.
Yeah, the desk is at the far end, but I mean, you can see the room as it is.
So, Brixby's gonna, out of intuition, maybe just cast a quick detect mage. Well, any mages hanging around the room?
There's a ping of magic in one of the books sitting on the desk.
Sky metal.
Detect the little mage right here. Pop it open, check that mage, read that mage, spellcraft that mage.
Well, this is a leather-bound
Trap. You're dead.
It's a leather-bound tome, and if you flip it open, it looks like a spellbook.
Oh, please tell me what spells are in this in the loot channel or something, because I am about to passively vomit.
This is a spellbook with all of the non-rare cantrips in it. In addition to Detect Thoughts, Fog Cloud, Mirror Image, See Invisibility, Web, Identify, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Shield, and Technomancy.
I have like 2/3 of these, but See Invisibility, Detect Thoughts, and Fog Cloud are cool. That is Brixby's. Brixby's gonna look around. He's gonna rip those 3 pages and put them straight into his spellbook. He'll scribe them later. But instead of taking the whole spellbook, just gonna rip those out.
It's polite.
That's, the absolute most shade that he could give to whoever owns this spellbook. And, yeah, he'll also do that thing where he flips it over. Hold on, let me make sure I can see Jero's face when I say this. He also takes the spellbook and flips it over in that way where the pages are all bent.
Ugh.
And
Like a face
they're
down
not.
and
They're
open.
Yeah, they're not even split. It's like they're kind of like you could have at least taken time to just push them to both sides,
just
but
the
no,
total squash.
they're just it just does the full squash.
So
And,
disrespectful.
He's like, all right. There might be some interesting information in here, but unless anybody wants to learn anything right now, we could always do that later, provided we don't burn this place to the ground. Looks at the ceiling.
Asher searches the desk with a total of a 12. All my dice luck is gone.
Searching the rest of the desk, you mostly find notes in pretty neat handwriting. Looks like they go back. They're dated, and the newest ones are about 30 years old. But it looks like these are notes on fundamental research into smoke and fog magic.
It really had a theme going, huh?
A little bit of an obsession with, smoke and fog.
There's no, note to self. Cassandra Lee is, upstairs.
Totally fine.
The code to the padlock is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Doesn't look like it, unfortunately.
The code of my luggage.
Brixby is uncharacteristically uninterested in it, not only out of vindication, but also a little like mechanics under the hood. Because he's a void elementalist, he had to choose an opposing elemental school, and that's water. So that includes obscuring mist. That includes fog cloud. So that means he has to cast that at a higher caster level. So he won't use it, especially when he so effectively uses Stinking Cloud, which is a great spell. So,
Is this little thing right here a door, or is that like a window?
that's the door. Right?
Over by Jeff is a door.
Okay.
Hi, guys. I'm Jeff.
Yeah, I was going to say Jeff is suddenly in the game.
Weird meeting you here in this tower.
He's just hanging out in the tower again.
Yeah. Oh, he's using that new Battle Zoo character creator, and we put Jeff in the game with it.
All right, and I'm gonna roll a quick little perceptidoodle on this door. That's only a 5 off the die for a dirty 20. 21. I technically got it.
This door seems fine.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna go through. And Crispy opens the door. Nice, Jero.
I'm going to stream back up.
Yeah, for the folks at home, when Sam said this door seems fine, I moved my token back another 30 feet away from it.
Crispy steps through the threshold.
Well, as you open this door, it looks like it's a cozy little reading nook containing a low bookshelf with a few papers on it and an overstuffed leather chair. This room is coated in a thin layer of dust and has a slightly sweet smell.
Ooh.
Let's lick the
roll.
walls.
Roll a little perception check on the nastiness of that. That's a little 28 for traps, dangers, or anything else going on.
So as Brixby steps into this room, and I think, did Kera follow him in?
Yeah, she's in there.
Well, guess what? As Brixby's looking around and Kira's maybe just coming in, the door slams shut behind you, and you can hear inside it metal like clanking and turning, like the bulkhead twisty wheel thing. You know, that's the scientific term for it. Tightens itself up, and then pipes in the walls begin spewing gas out into the room. Now, unfortunately, for me, you're wearing your filter masks and you have turned them on. So it's just, you can't really see in here now.
So
On account of
I'm
the
going to try to
gas.
disable that door. Maybe. Can I disable our way out of here, please?
Yeah, you can.
All right, that's a 15 off the die for a 32, unless I'm inhibited by my inability to see.
I'm going to say that is sufficient to undo the door. It didn't lock. It basically just closed on you. So you are able to, despite the hampering of the noxious blackened fumes around you, Brixby is able to open the door.
Oh, God, yes, masks all the time. Every time. It's as if wearing masks works. It's just odd in a fantasy world where I can say anything that I want out there. It's as if they work. I'm healthy. Anyway, so, you okay, big stuff?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot the plan of where you go in, and then we wait for you to say, hey, it's cool to come in. I got excited
cool.
about the reading nook.
We got this. Let's just check this room. Anyway, still. Everyone, don't worry. The trap seems to be sufficiently set off, and I've disabled the door. So, take a little peekaboo.
All right. Total of a 19, looking at that low bookshelf.
31 for the bean.
Looks like the low bookshelf contains, books on magical theory and wizardry. Maybe some stuff about air magic, that sort of thing. Nothing really of interest unless you're a student of magic. It looks like this room's been neglected for a long time.
Do I detect magic in this room too?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Any Maggies?
The only thing that detects as magic is the fumes that are steadily dissipating.
Okay.
No, don't
worth a
worry.
try.
That's the magic smoke. And when you see that, well, yeah, that's a little fan service to the 5% of our podcast, but also half, I guess 60% of our podcast that work with the magic smoke all the time. Not a 420 reference. It's the thing that makes computers run. Everybody.
Yeah, when the smoke leaves, they stop working.
Definitely one of the two.
So, it seems like we have a couple options of going upstairs. There's a set of stairs out here, right? And there's one in the kitchen. In the storeroom. Anybody feels strongly about either? Part of me feels like if we merited putting enemies, defenders in the storeroom, perhaps that way is less perilous than the one we found here. But who knows? It's just a guess.
It could also, though, be more dangerous since it's a larger staircase and we've already run into guards once. This smaller one might be less guarded.
Everyone choose. I will go first. That's all that matters. The three of you. Yes, between the three of you, it will be a decision. Back or front?
Front.
Well, which one is front? The front closer, the one...
Front is storeroom.
Front,
Okay,
I'm guessing,
yes.
is the big one, right? Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree with you as someone who has had the pleasure of being behind everybody else and unable to target my foes. At least the larger stairwell might give us a little easier room to traverse should combat be necessary.
Alright. Apologies, Allowan, but I think this is the way we're gonna go. Stay in the back. Lovingly. Please.
So you're going up the spiral staircase?
Yeah, we're going up
yeah.
the big one in the dead robot room.
All right.
And we checked the dead robot room, right? It was just filled with sundries.
Yeah,
right?
you found some
Yeah, we
batteries.
checked it when we first...
Batteries
yeah,
and
when we
sun
first
chips.
fought them.
Sun chips. Yo, as a child of that time, fantastic. Love those sun chips.
I still like sun chips.
I was
That-
going to say
that
that time, but that's today. I had sun chips 3 days ago.
I feel like the early 90s were like a sun chips and Sobe time for me. So I just really associate that with drinking the lizard
Snapple.
juice and
That's-
eating
yeah.
the wrinkle
Yes.
chip.
The
Like-
orange
Go
carrot
into the-
Sobe, when it used to still come in the glass bottles, was so
Remember
good.
the glass bottle?
No, right?
Go into the
That
7-Eleven after
orbits,
school.
bring it back.
Orbits.
All right,
All right,
I've
so-
dragged you all over a little ways to the right.
Wait, why am I in front?
Because no one would stop moving their tokens, and you wound up in front.
All right,
Everything
Brixby.
kept snapping and bapping.
Where did we go?
We went straight right.
Ah, I found it. Okay.
Brixby's
Yeah.
gonna bap to the right. Brixby's gonna jump ahead, a little ahead. Give a little cash search of the hallway that they see at the top of the stairs. 13 off the die for a 28, 29. No.
So this hallway looks relatively untrapped. It looks like a hallway. There are numerous doors, most of which stand ajar, wrapped around the central column, which appears to correspond with, where you saw the pipes downstairs. But there's no immediately obvious traps just from entering the hallway.
All right, so it looks like it has a weird little angular 4-chamber, and then it goes into a 2x3 hallway, which cuts to the east. And by this point, Brixby has moved over and into said hallway to the most northwest quadrant. You can see a couple doors down to the east, and then a couple a bifurcating hallway a little bit further down. Doth my eyes deceive me?
Sounds about right.
Wow, there are a lot of doors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. And yeah, looking north, looks like we have another set of like 2 doors and then some further kind of splitty doors beyond that with like a total of, where I'm standing, I'm looking at like 8 doors. So there's a passage to the north, passage to the east with 2 doors on the like short passage, and then it splits into a room that has 2 doors on the end.
Yeah, you're looking at a total of, I want to say 9 open doors and 3 closed ones.
Okay. Which ones are open?
Basically, if you can see on the other side of them, they're open.
Okay,
So
cool.
This one and this
Yeah.
one are definitely open.
Yeah.
No, I can tell where I'm at.
Yeah.
So Brixby's going to take a step further to the east. So that puts him directly in front of the first hallway door to the east. Does he see anything?
Looking into this hallway, or into this room, it looks like a kind of abandoned set of living quarters. Like there's a bed with no bedding on it, like a kind of sad twin bed, no blanket, no sheets on it, an empty dresser and an empty clothes rack.
Is it like a race car bed? I sleep in a race car bed. What sort of bed do you sleep in? Big bed with my wife.
My wife.
That is, without a doubt, one of my favorite. As the child of a terminally single father, one of my favorite like Simpsons memes constantly is the post that meme.
What happened?
So basically, Sam described it's like a freshman like dorm that is like stark living quarters. There is a Big Lebowski poster on the wall.
Nice.
And a Christopher Hitchens book on the unmade bed.
Is there a rug that really ties the room together?
Absolutely.
You can see like the sort of dust outline of where the rug was, but somebody's pulled it up.
We gotta go fight the nihilists.
I'm gonna cast. Is Maggie in this room? I'm gonna detect Maggie.
No Maggie's detected.
All right. Is Margot Robbie in the next room?
The next room looks very much the same. Kind of a abandoned set of living quarters. Maybe somebody moved out in a hurry, or maybe they moved out methodically. It's hard to say, but they're not there anymore.
Is Margot there?
No Margot.
No. Oh my God! There's so many more doors.
It's a lot of doors.
I am the walrus.
So, moved further into the eastern hallway to the point where I thought it terminated in 2 doors, and those 2 doors are actually 4 doors. It's doors all the way down, people.
Oh, there's more doors.
Oh, Jim Morrison. All right. Talk to me about this door down here to the
Guess what it leads to?
southleast.
Guess what it leads to?
No.
Another small and barren room. This one, it's so awkwardly shaped. It's like 14 feet long and only like 6 feet wide. I don't know how they even consider that livable quarters. It's like, that one resembles a prison cell, really.
College dorm.
I was going to
No,
say,
kidding.
that's... I lived a year in a 9x13 apartment room, so... 6 feet does feel way worse, but 9 was doable.
Yeah.
You would have been better off just getting, like, life in a Swedish jail at that point, I think. I don't really know how that works, but sounds about right.
No magic.
All right, and he's going to move up slightly to the second most northwest door.
This room looks much the same as the others. Empty bed, empty dresser. There is a pile of like debris and discarded mechanical parts on this floor, and as you're looking at it, a metal skull floats up out of the pile of debris, and seems like time to roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love how you weren't joking when you're like, all right, I'm going to make it ghost robots.
Is it ghosts? Is it robots? Yes. Alright, initiative tracker is totally a thing that I have open. So, how about Asher?
Oh, I should throw that die in the trash for its betrayal. That was a 4 off the dice for a 9 total.
That's not very good at all.
It's true.
How about Alwyn?
Alwyn got a 19 for a 25, which would be a 26 if he didn't have his dumb negative weapon.
Pretty snazzy. How about Kera?
Also a 4 for a 9.
That's pretty slow. And Brixby?
I added both of their rolls together for an 8. I don't know why I did that, because it only gave me a 16. It didn't help.
Womp womp.
Well,
I'm sure the skull is slow. No!
it's such a speedy skull is the thing.
Wait.
I'm gonna look up my new spell.
I still can't even see it where my token is.
What can this thing even do? Let's see. It can see Brixby.
On my turn, I'm going to roll a knowledge relengineering, and it's going to be so great.
Knowledge relengineering.
Engineering.
Knowledge, true religion to understand dad denim.
Why don't I have this prepared? Hold on one moment. One moment.
Don't worry, I have a certain spell prepared.
Okay, so what it's gonna do is it's just gonna fly into Brixby Square and just slam its metal head into him real quick.
Dumb.
Swarming the Swarmer.
21 to hit.
Yeah, my flat-footed AC?
Yeah, you're flat-footed because you haven't gone yet.
Yep. Yeah, you've flatted my feet, which is a 20.
Alright.
Head bang.
Alright, and it is going to keep on going past you. This was a flyby attack.
Weak.
So it does kind of go off into the hallway a little bit behind Brixby. Did I tell you it was only 1 damage? Because it was.
Oh, I hate that. What thing did you just do to me? I feel so uncomfortable.
Don't
The
worry
fact
about
that it
it.
was only 1 point. No. Now I'm extra worried.
So, Alwyn, a skull just bumped into Brixby and then flew by you. That's your turn.
So it went... So it didn't stop in one of our other squares, it went, like, down this hallway?
Yeah, it kind of did the diagonal through Brixby.
Okay. If I step around Asher... Okay, yeah, I can see it if I step... Oh, but if I do that, though, I'm gonna get in front of our gunslinger. But I need line of sight on this thing. These doors are open, you said?
Yeah, all the doors are open. Except for...
If I stand in that doorway, I can see a little bit of his square. Is that enough for line of sight?
Yeah, you can see it from there. It's...
Yeah. Like, if I tried to do anything that was a, like, range or something, it would have. But just for, like, line of effect, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. So he will move around Asher, kind of like in a square, to go into one of these little dorm room rooms. So that he's close to this thing, but also not in Asher's way. And first thing he's going to do is roll a check on this thing. What would be the right kind of check? Would this be like religion, arcana?
This would be religion.
Engineering, because it's metal. Religion. That is a 10 on the die for an 18.
With an 18, you are looking at a gear ghost, a tiny undead creature. Unfortunately, that is not enough to actually get any questions.
Yeah. I was really hoping that this thing was a construct and not undead, because that means all of my fun little things I can use on construct won't work on it. So he is just going to... Let's see, that's not going to work. That would work, but I would have to touch it. Really don't have a whole lot that I can do from a distance on this guy. Let's see how his reflex
Positive
save
energy
is.
damage?
I can do like cure light and that kind of stuff, but I'd have to physically touch him for it. And I already moved this turn. I mean, I guess I could move a little more, but then I'm stuck in front of Asher again.
No, don't worry about it. Don't
yeah.
block Asher.
That is He's going to test this thing's reflex save.
Right. It gets a natural 20.
Okay, so nothing happens to it because there's no half damage on minute meteors. So that is his turn. And he will tell the rest of the party, I think I've heard of these before. It's called a gear ghost, but I don't know anything else about it.
Alright, that brings us to Brixby's turn.
Brixby is going to roll a knowledge religion at the beginning of his turn. And that is a 12 off the die for a 25.
That is enough for 2 questions on the Gear Ghost.
Anything anyone's burning to know, my friendos?
I'm interested in special abilities after that 1 damage. Like, that makes me worried that they have some kind of other thing.
No.
Yeah.
I was going to ask special abilities, special attacks, but I always open it up in case anyone wants to know lowest save or...
Anything
we don't
that
have
might
an
be weak
Inquisitor,
to
so we don't
or
need to know
anything like
character
that.
type or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, because I always just roll undead and do like I know most of your standard defenses, which I know is a little meta, but still, we've ran into undead before. So I guess like I was gonna do abilities attacks, but does anybody have anything else?
I mean, abilities make sense. I am curious with it being a gear ghost if it has a different special defense than a normal ghost.
Yeah, if it's like incorporeal or something.
That's a good one. So let's do abilities and defenses.
Okay, so
Thank you.
for special abilities, they have Create Trap, where once per week, a Gear Ghost can create a trap of CR4 or lower, regardless of cost or materials. More Gear Ghosts working together can increase the CR of the trap. They also have Rejuvenation. When destroyed, they come back after a set period of time unless they're destroyed under certain conditions. They also have an ability called Resetter, where they can supernaturally reset traps that have already been triggered. They can reset them as free actions.
Not free actions.
The freest actions. As far as defensive abilities go, they do have channel...
Wait.
What?
Hold on. After hearing those special abilities, do people want to know what permanently kills these? Or can you tell me that as part of those special abilities? Or is that a separate
That's
question?
definitely its own question.
I wonder if that's a better
Hold on,
question
so
than...
I want to drop that. Okay, so I'm sorry. I know you started saying channel resistance. The only person that can channel is Alwyn. I made Jero pinky swear me before this session to not channel.
And he gets
anyway,
1 a day, and it's a
offensively.
D6, so it don't matter.
Yeah, so please tell me what is going to kill these things, because that's what I want to know.
Oh, you're not going to kill these things. Not permanently,
Oh.
anyways. To permanently destroy a Gear Ghost, holy water must be poured over its remains within the area of a Hallow spell. After that, to complete its destruction, you have to disable every trap within 100 feet of its remains.
What?
Can you at least tell me how long it takes to rejuvenate as part of that?
2d6 days.
Oh,
Okay, so a
thank
minimum
God.
of...
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
so a minimum of 2 days.
No, it's 30
Okay.
seconds.
All right, so it brings me to everybody else. Gear Ghosts, they're the ones that can reset traps. They can reset any trap. We kill them, they're dead for days. There's no way we're going to permanently kill them, though, so we're going to have to blow this MF up. That is magic for
Factory.
tower. And, so, where did that one that flew went?
He is right here.
Okay, that's the only one that I saw. But okay, so Brixby's gonna swarm into his friend Asher's space, and that's the only combatant he sees. Correct?
That is correct.
Alrighty. Well, let's see what you got. And Brixby's just gonna, with a movement and a phrase, shoot out a little acid splash. He's just testing the waters at this point, because he's not the one that does damage to something like this in this situation. So that's a 13 off the die for a 21 versus touch.
21 will hit touch.
All right. That's a big 2 for acid damage.
All right. Seems to go through. Do your 2 damage.
Well, there's doesn't seem to be much more tricksy about them than that. They can be hit, they can be killed, they can be burned. Let's put them down.
All right. So after Brixby's turn is over, the little ghosty buddy is gonna float on down behind the skull you already saw. Surprise! There's another one. Now, how much would you say Brixby weighs?
Oh man, I have this.
Don't forget to check your gear weight too, not just your.
Oh god, that's such a stupid question. Oh man, it's not
1 pound more than whatever you're able to do.
Yeah, whatever's happening, it's more than that.
Yeah, I remember Yosoki are fairly heavy for their size. Like they're one of the heavier small creatures.
He dummy thick.
We definitely once described him as a burrito on a string.
I don't think that he's heavier than the limit for this thing.
Yeah, I doubt it. I'm like 100 pounds with all my gear.
Alright, so roll a will save, as this thing does cast a spell.
Alright, is this a spell? Oh, so it's a spell.
Well, it's a spell-like ability.
Alright, still legit for the question.
Too legit.
Please, Bribby. Bribby rolls a 2 for a 12.
Well,
Let's see what it does.
Brixby is lifted into the air as he is telekinetically thrown against the wall behind him. Now, let's see. He's about 100 pounds, you said?
Yes.
So, as he is cracked into a hard, dense object, that is 14 points of damage as his head is basically bounced against the wall behind him.
Okay. Fair.
And, Asher is up. The ghost just threw the rat that was in your square.
Whoa, that's impressive. Asher will squint at the gear ghost and see if there's anything he knows about them with his knowledge of engineering. Nah, well, 19 unless that hits it on the money for one question. I know 18 didn't give me any, didn't give.
Nah, it's one short of a question.
It's pretty rude. That's fair. So Asher is in a predicament because he bought some ghost salt bullets for Furcus Shoud, not for little gear ghosts. And so he's kind of reluctant to go ham and to start blasting these guys. But he doesn't have a lot else he could do. It's not like he could disrupt undead, which would be pretty cool if he could. So, well, might as well. I'm going to spend all of his rounds. Let's spend a...
Get a little salty.
Let's get salty, BB.
Let's get salty.
Yeah. Just the saltiness crackers. Going to swift action focus his aim, because every point of damage will count. Because this is a ghost salt, and even though the weapon is not magical, it doesn't matter. Full damage. Rapid shot. Deadly aim. 3 bullets. Here we go. Okay, the lowest against touch I see, and these are tiny, so I know it's not a given, is going to be only a 16 against touch.
16 will hit.
Oh good, these are expensive. So 3d8 plus 33. Ooh, that's good. That was an 8, a 7, and a 6 on the d8s. So that is... I lost it. Oh no. 54 points of damage.
Alright, and it doesn't all seem to go through.
I mean, it should. I mean, it could.
Doing math. Just doing a little bit of math here. Yeah, it looks pretty hurt.
That's cool. If only they were cold iron, silver, adamantine, ghost bane salt bullets.
Only you'd asked about special defenses.
Well, I tried, Sam, and I was 1 point short of getting that answered. Alright, that's the end of his turn. I think he'll just stay put.
Alright. Kera, Brixby just jumped all weird and bashed himself into the wall for no reason, and Asher started shooting his gun at nothing.
At nothing?
I don't know what's wrong with your friends. I mean, you can't see anything. I guess
Yeah,
you
but
did
she
see
saw it.
the skull.
Yeah, she saw it
Hit
smack Brixby and run
fly
away.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. Yeah, okay. I'm going to move up and around this corner so that I can see where did Asher go?
Asher is in Brixby's square.
Got it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. Okay, I can step diagonally, and it just means that the second one is 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to attempt to move past this, which I need acrobatics for, and I'm terrible at that. God, there's like not a whole lot I can do without standing directly in front of the shooties.
That's fine.
One thing to consider in this situation is that these things are tiny, so they can't usually reach enemies that aren't in their square.
Meaning that
Meaning you can pass through squares next to them without getting an attack of opportunity.
Okay, so if I come down the hall to the west and then diagonally, right below red.
Yeah,
Great.
below or above.
Oh, actually, let's go above. I'm closer to red and blue then. So Kira will move down the hall around the corner to stand between red skull and blue skull.
Flank herself, makes sense.
And she'll be fine. I'm unconcerned. And let's go for red. Let's take that guy out first. I'm hearing frantic Discord messages, which usually means I've made a terrible choice. Okay. As part of that movement, she will drop the chainsaw and grab Ethel so as to save Salt.
The chainsaw does fall into a grate and tumble into parts unknown. And
I don't see any
gone.
grates here.
Nope.
Yeah, that's because they're so good.
All right, so that's going to be 11 plus 17 for Ethel. 28? Yes.
And
That's a hit.
are these incorporeal or no?
No, they are corporeal.
Oh, dope.
That's a hit. I just said red. This is including rage, which I did not say, but she's doing it because we got the haste. Great. 3d6. I remember how to play this game because we just played last so recently. Hang on. Any second now. Come on. Oh, terrible roll. That's 2 1s and a 5. 7 plus, I think it's still 19. Yeah, 7, 19, 26 points of smoosh on red.
That's so many smoosh. And it's enough to smoosh red.
Oh, great. Okay.
That means that it is Alwyn's turn instead of the red ghost's turn.
Hey, Alwyn is going to go down the hallway and just around this little corner right here to the south, so he's out of the line of fire for Asher and Brix. And actually, before he moves, not once he gets there, he is going to cast a spell and hold it. And then as he gets up there, he is going to make a touch against these things as he tries to hit them with a Cure Moderate Wounds. Oh god, that was very bad. Yeah, no way at all. That is a 5.
5 is definitely not going to do it.
But he holds a charge. So that is going to be his turn.
Okay, so I think Blue is just going to float backwards just 5 feet. And how heavy would you say Alwyn is? Less than 225 pounds?
I believe so. I am gonna check. Okay, so I'm carrying 47 pounds, and what did I write his weight is 135. Somebody do math. That's less, right? Because that's still under 200. Yeah, so yeah, no, he's less.
Make me a will save.
I believe that's exactly what Zach got. Was it a 12 that Zach got
So
on the will save? I think it was.
pretty sure.
I believe so. So that's a fail. So Alwyn rises up into the air, and I'm just going to roll a quick attack roll here.
Oh, are you throwing
Real
him at
quick.
Kera?
Yup. Oh, no. I don't think that's going to do it. A 13 to get hit with a flying Alwyn. Does that hit Kera?
What is that? Just regular
Yeah.
AC? Yeah. No, it doesn't. For once. Hooray.
Question.
Alright, so-
If that misses her touch too, do I keep flying and hit Blue and damage him?
It
Carries
says
you with a sword.
it says in the spell that
Filthy
you
casual.
just land in an adjoining square. So Alwyn has been thrown to the ground, and you do take 4 damage from the flying, hurling business, but sadly you didn't get smashed into Kera, which would have been great. Brixby, you're up.
That would have been really funny.
Briggy
So
Diggy
funny.
is going to delay until after Asher and or Kira.
Alright, well, Floaty Magoo over here is gonna just do a 5-foot float downwards, and it's gonna try to throw Kira. Is Kira over 225 pounds fully laden?
You have to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
She's probably over that without gear, isn't she? She's like 6 feet tall, all
Yeah,
muscle.
with gear she is. Yeah, she's a big kid.
Well, sadly,
She's fine.
the ghost cannot lift Kira off the ground, so I think Kira basically feels like a psychic lifting that just doesn't quite work. And it's comical.
Psychic wedgie.
Aha.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's a real wedgie situation. But Asher is up.
Yeah, Asher's up, and when I guess he hears the clang, we'll say, of a sword against a corporeal metal trash ghost. He's gonna think, I don't need to waste those special bullets, I'll save them for the master of the house. He will take a 5-foot step to the west. Looks like green is going to have some cov. I can see probably not enough of him. It's probably going to be pretty good cov. Alright, new plan. He's just going to keep on walking because these things can't take AOs. And then because it has a tiny, tiny ghost reach, you can't even attack him as he shoots right at it with an adamantine round. Deadly aim. Yep, that's gonna do it. That is a 21 against touch.
Yeah, 21 will hit touch. It tries to flail at you, but it doesn't have any arms. It's just a skull and some
Oh,
garbage.
you'll love to see it. 14 points of adamantine bullet damage. Does that seem to go through?
Doesn't. Well, I mean, not all of it anyways.
Serious? It's dumb.
It's not dumb.
Alright, well. I've expressed my feelings. It was healthy. End of turn.
Alright,
Good job.
Kira, you were up. The ghost tried to throw you and it didn't work out.
Yeah, non-throwable. Can I step into Alwyn's square, or is he like good?
He's definitely
I don't
prone,
think
but I
you
don't
can-
think you can can when he's awake, right? You gotta be like unconscious
Yeah.
to share a square. Yeah.
yeah.
Crouch over him.
You hit
All right.
Greeny
He's just resting.
All right. Then I will. Yeah, I'll take a 5-foot step south toward green, and we'll go all at it with all of the
Like
hits.
100.
Yeah. All right. Number one. Come on. Oh, thank goodness. It's above a 10. No, I guess I got an 11 that one time. 16 plus 19 is
Plenty.
30.
It's more than enough, is what it is.
Great.
He's dead, Jim.
That's going to be 3d6. Oh, did I just say 13 plus 19? That was 13 plus 17, but I am assuming it's still enough. 19 is my bonus for smashing. So, 9 plus 19, 28.
It doesn't all go through, but it still does a big old chunk on green.
Okay, well, I am going to hit it again.
That's mean.
Well, it's it through my friends. That's a 19, which is a critical threat.
Oh,
No, it's not.
it is,
Wait,
because it's
is it?
corporeal.
It is still, yes. Oh, also that, sure.
It's got a
great.
body, it's made of garbage.
Same.
Yeah, that's not as good. That's just 6 plus 17 is the first one. 23 to confirm.
What's the total?
6 plus 17, right? Is it when I'm confirming? I don't know which number to
you
use.
use your normal attack roll unless you have like critical focus.
Great. So 6 plus 17, 23.
That
And
will confirm.
yes, I have the gravity clip.
That's absurd.
Great. Okay. So we're going to type this in. Rolling 6d6 plus 38. We know this from last week. This is fine.
That's entirely too many. Nope.
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
It was so
Wait.
so many
Oops.
d6.
Wait, but
Oh,
Jeff has a.
wow.
66.
But this is with Ethel, right? Not Ricky.
This is so Ethel still has the gravity clip.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it is 2,000.
How could I have second guessed your 2,293 points of damage against the
For listeners, that is 66d66 plus 38.
I don't know what's going on with my keyboard. It keeps doing that. Okay. 6d6 plus 38.
I want to do
Let's try this.
66
There we go.
D6. Oh man.
Okay.
I want to see what a D66
Yeah,
looks
that's
like.
it's just a globe. Okay, much more reasonable. 6d6 plus 38, 63 points of smash.
How reasonable does
Oh,
that
it's
sound,
starting
Sam?
It's so reasonable.
reasonable.
It's dead.
Very reasonable.
Does she kill it so hard the other one dies?
Sadly, no. Alwyn.
All right, I'm gonna reinsert.
Whoa!
I know, right? How could I? Brixby's gonna come and stand over Red Dead and I guess fire past Alan with another acid splash. I know it's real exciting, folks. I rolled a nat 1. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Alright, should I do 1d3 points of acid damage to Alwyn? I'm kidding.
No.
You actually can't do enough acid damage to hurt Halloween.
Okay, so I do it, and he likes it. That's how it goes.
Resistance 5.
All right, Alwyn, you're up. There's acid all over you. You're lying on the ground, having a nice break.
Okay, Alwyn did, or the person controlling him did just look up to see whether you lose a charge spell if you get hit. You do not, because it's considered to have already been cast, which means if I stand up and this thing takes an AOO, I'm okay with it, so that's what he's going to do. First thing he does is
Flails at
stand
you
up.
with its arms, but they
Does
don't
it
exist.
attack him?
Aw.
Okay, then second thing he's going to do then is reach out to touch it with his still held Cure Mod. That's slightly better. A 14 against touch.
So close, but no.
Okay. It's still held then, and that is his turn. I would get out of everybody's way, but I use my move action to stand up.
All right, well, it's going to try to throw you. I don't think you have a weapon at the ready to make an AOO.
I do not. I keep forgetting to say whether I take a weapon out or not.
So make me a will save.
Though that will work. 22 with a nat 20 on the die.
All right, you don't get thrown a second time.
I was actually worried that still might not have been high.
No, the ghost can't throw you. It's gonna sort of just...
It scares me because, like, my highest level stuff has a DC 21 right now, and I'm like, well, if these things are the level we're fighting, maybe they're that high.
Alright, Asher is up.
Yeah, Asher is up and can't really see where this thing is.
It kind of booped around the corner there.
Okay, so he is going...
I keep booping for you.
Thank you. Asher is going to walk 5 feet to the east, 5, 10, 15 feet to the north, 5 feet back to the west. And as he goes, he drops his adamantine round-filled revolver, pulls out his +1 pistol that is loaded with a mundane round, because forget these guys and their stupid resistances that are magically unknown, and will take a single deadly aim shot. Oh yeah, it's a natty 18, so plenty. And max again on the damage. That is 14 points of damage.
Once again, doesn't all go through.
No way.
But, you definitely heard it.
And then he hasn't used his swift yet, so he will, from his beneficial bandolier, will another mundane round into his gun.
Alright. Kera, please crit this thing to death. It's so late right now.
It's time to go to bed.
Time to do 2,293 points of damage.
That's it. That should have been the rule. All right. I'm going to try and do the same thing I did last time. Move up, 4 squares. And then can I slide past it into that open door way?
Well, yeah, because you can diagonal.
I mean, you could just stand in front of Asher, because I'm pretty sure, like, any hit you do is going to kill him.
No, we're gonna leave it open, as is polite.
Okay.
Flash Asher a thumbs up. I'm not gonna block you as she goes past. And do some rolls. Well, one roll. 17 plus 17, 34.
That'll hit.
Alright, let's go to bed. 13 plus, gosh, what did I say, 19?
Oh, wait, there's the plus, right.
13 plus 19, 34?
It doesn't all
right?
go through. And it's still alive.
I've asked this every week for the last month and a half or something. 32. Do I get an extra attack if I moved? With haste, I have 3. If I
Nope.
move, I have just the 2 or just 1?
You just have 1. The extra ones you get from haste only work as part of, like, a full
right.
hit.
Full attack. Yeah, got it. Okay, then that's my turn.
Alright. Brixby, it's so late.
I am not your rat.
Please,
Rolls
just use
up.
like a level 12 spell here.
Too bad. Sorry, this is called conservation of resources.
Burn whatever you've got.
I don't care. I'm swarming with Asher. It's a nat 20. Let's roll to see if my acid splash crits. Hey, does 11 beat your touch AC?
No.
Cool. 1d3. You could have lied. I hate how much longer it takes for 2 points. 2 points of acid damage.
It all goes through.
Every combat we've done always ends up with, like, one dinky little enemy left alive for, like, 6 hours after everything else is dead.
Stupid green bird.
Alright, Alwyn, please hit it with your charge.
Alwyn is going to touch it again. That is a 16 this time. Is that enough?
Yes!
Yay!
Okay, it has to make a save.
Oh, no. It's a will save?
Yes, it's a will save against it.
Only a 14.
That is a fail.
Roll well on this damage.
It is 2d8 plus, or no, 2d8 plus 1 per cast level, and the max is higher than the max level from the d8s. Going to bed.
It's time for me.
8 and a 6 on those. Awesome. So that is 12 on that, plus only 6 because I am not a level 7 right now, but that is still 18 points of positive energy damage.
It had 14 left. It's dead. I'm going to bed.
Yay!
Yes.
Hooray!
Good
Good
night,
night,
Sam.
Sam.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, Dan.
Good night,
Aykroyd.
Good night,
Sam.
little gear ghost.
Good night, Flaming Skull.
Good night, Nicolas Cage.
Good night, Jeremy Irons. Good night, Harry Chapin.
Good night, Tim Curry.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
Hear this sound card? This is going to be the last time that you record.
I keep thinking that Jeff's fan is someone waving. I need to just minimize the video.
Well, my teeth and ambition are bared. Be prepared.
That's from The Lion King.
Rower.
Yeah, it left a scar.
Hey.
Pumbaa.
Today's Tim Curry's 77th birthday.
Yeah, someone posted the scene from, Fern Gully, where he sings the terrifying song.
Love that. But I got to be real. His best scene is in The Worst Witch.
Yes, it is. After you
Anything
showed
can
me that, it
happen
100%
on
is.
Halloween.
Oh, yeah,
so
Curry
good.
cast.
So good. So good. Oh, ugh. Love you. You absolute beautiful vampire and human being.